And I don't put up a whole lot of blocks to it. It knocks me to the wind all the time. Kicks my ass left and right. I'm not one of these people who pretend like I've got a plan, I'm following it, and that will lead to my success. I was more like, wow, I'm in a giant mysterious world, and as much as these people try to convince me it's not, I can't help but notice that it is. So my trip is completely different. The way I move through this world is going to be way different than what is normal for society. Because I don't think if you make $1 million, that necessarily means you're successful.
I agree.
Right. We have people. It's very weird because I tend to find that most of the time you get a group of people together like this, they're more in agreement than they're not. So you get a better chance for harmony and understanding. Better chance. Not that it'll happen, but the chances are better. I'll take my chances. I'll take the appropriate risk. I'll put myself out there. Right? And I'll put myself out there for scrutiny, as well as being heard, or being called wise, or whatever anybody says. Some people hate me. I like it. I don't mind. Some people think, oh, you're so brilliant. And I have a hard time agreeing with them. Because I'm not selling anything. Nothing. You know? On our flyer it says, suggest your donation, $10. It's just suggested. And I usually, and I forgot to tell you, if you don't like what you're hearing, please don't leave your $10. And if you do like what you're hearing, still, if you ain't got $10, don't leave it. You know? So I'm trying to get out here and do this, right? But I'm trying to do it without creating an empire. I'm trying to do it without having Rolls Royces and devotees lined up. I'm trying to do it so there's self-involvement. So people are empowered. Not so they can, come take the wafer and the grape juice. So they can take responsibility for themselves. Or their trip, their ride in this life, their presence. They can take responsibility for that. I'm not even trying to push people to do that. I'm just trying to persuade people to look at it, to just to stop for a second. Feel who you are, actually. And see how much of a problem you actually have with that. Nothing. So, what's all this stuff rolling on for? It gives you, to me, that should give everyone the courage to look at it. I mean, if I feel bliss, which is, right, immaculate coping, right, then that's like courage. Because now it's like, oh, okay. I feel a very extreme amount of well-being. Let me look at when I don't from here. No! It's all much clearer now. It's not the chaos and the confusion that it once was. Because it's from a state of clarity, which is just energized, just plugged in, just connected. Which it's not just, it's very awesome to be back in the family that your consciousness sprung forward from, instead of some lone wolf in the universe getting his ass kicked left and right because he refuses to see the connection. All he sees is his isolation. It's torture. Eventually you come home. And home, where is that? Everywhere, all at once. Just where God's at. Everywhere, all at once. I've chosen quite consciously how I live. I have no ashram. I have no retreat. I have no mountain. Because if I have to go there to have it, it ain't freedom. Right? And Liberty, I don't want it. Because liberty has to be given to you. Freedom, that's yours. How do you know it's freedom? No one can touch it. Unless you want them to. You're free to engage in love, right? And understanding, and communion, compassion.